We're talking about AI no longer just living somewhere up in the cloud, but moving directly, like natively, into the physical silicon sitting right there on your desk.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Can your computer actually think for itself? I mean, for decades, our devices have essentially been passive tools, right? Just sitting there, waiting for us to click or type. But NVIDIA's latest hardware architecture completely flips that script. It features built-in capabilities specifically designed to turn your PC into a truly autonomous agent.
To really understand how these new hardware features work, here's our roadmap for today. We'll quickly cover the AI PC revolution, then look at RTX Spark's core features, compare local versus cloud computing, explore the shift toward agential AI, and finally wrap up with the massive Vera CPU expansion. Starting off with Section 1, the AI PC revolution and redefining computing. What we're seeing right now is actually the result of a massive 3-year intensive collaboration between NVIDIA and Microsoft to fundamentally re-engineer PC features for this new AI era. Think about it. Just 2 years ago, the whole tech industry was merely debating how AI might eventually change software interfaces. Well, fast forward to 2026, and the physical hardware architecture itself is evolving natively for AI. In fact, Qualcomm CEO Cristiano Amon is calling 2026 the year of agents. That's the turning point where this hardware feature literally becomes our everyday reality. And that brings us to the real centerpiece of this hardware shift. Section 2, RTX Spark's core AI capabilities and features. This new chip is totally laser-focused on the technical ambition of baking powerful AI features directly into the laptops and desktops we use every single day. So the crucial point is, what exactly is an inference processor? Look, we all know NVIDIA has dominated the chips used to train massive AI models in data centers, but the RTX Spark features an inference processor. That means it's engineered specifically to power autonomous AI agents locally. It handles processing your queries and daily tasks right there on the device, rather than bouncing everything back and forth to a distant server. And because these local processing features are just so powerful, NVIDIA actually partnered with Taiwan's MediaTek to deploy this architecture on a massive scale. Releasing this autumn, you're going to see these hardware features integrated across major brands like Dell, HP, Lenovo, Asus, Microsoft Surface, and MSI, with Acer and Gigabyte coming slightly later. That shows a massive industry-wide demand for local AI features. Let's move right along to Section 3, which really gets to the absolute heart of why these features matter. Local versus cloud computing, or simply put, where the processing actually happens. And this brilliantly illustrates the architectural advantage, which is honestly staggering. Cloud computing requires an external server and an active internet connection, right? Which inherently introduces latency into AI responses. But local edge computing, powered by features like the RTX Spark, processes everything directly on your device. It's totally offline capable, enabling instantaneous, seamless AI agent operations without any lag. This massive boost in local edge processing features directly enables our next big topic, Section 4, the agential AI shift and the totally new user experience it creates. So, think about the old app-centric PCs. They rely entirely on human clicks. The system literally just sits there waiting for you to initiate every single step in a traditional workflow. But agential AI, it's autonomous. Because the hardware features an always-on edge computing architecture, the system can actually anticipate your needs without you having to manually trigger a single app. It's like having a digital assistant that's always one step ahead. Just listen to how Neil Shah, co-founder of Counterpoint Research, frames this hardware leap. He says RTX Spark will transform the traditional app-centric PC into a truly useful agential AI. This will be as special for the personal computing space as the iPhone, ChatGPT, or DeepSeek. I mean, wow. That is a massive endorsement of just how revolutionary this always-on architecture is going to be. All right, shifting gears from personal PCs to the broader enterprise side of this hardware revolution, let's look at Section 5, the Vera CPU expansion and the enterprise revolution. You see, NVIDIA's features are expanding far beyond just consumer hardware. The new Vera Central processor offers serious, heavy-duty processing power designed to handle massive enterprise workloads. It's NVIDIA's new major growth driver, expanding into a whopping $200 billion market. And the early adopters? We're talking absolute heavyweights here. Companies like OpenAI, Anthropic, and SpaceX are already jumping on this specific processing power. Naturally, with this much autonomous processing power hitting the market, people get worried about the human element,
job security. But NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang explicitly calls this out. He says, and I quote, "People talk about AI taking jobs. This is complete nonsense. It's causing even more software engineers to be hired." So the ultimate feature of this hardware is massively increased human productivity, essentially turning users into superworkers.
Leave you with one final provocative thought. How will an autonomous AI agent actually change your daily workflow? Try to imagine opening your next computer, knowing for sure that it's not just a dumb screen with apps waiting to be clicked, but an always-on, highly intelligent agent built right into the hardware features. It's a wildly fascinating future to prepare for.